It is Friday, August 28th, 2020, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. After much talk and discussion all week about it, last night was Kyle Larson's late model debut with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at Port Royal Speedway. Larson was in the K&L Rumley number 6 with Kevin Rumley crew chiefing, and he began the night with a bang, going overall quick time in hot laps. The night was delayed by a rain shower, but once the event was rolling again, Larson continued to impress, going 3rd quick in his qualifying group and 5th quick overall. Jimmy Owens was overall quick time on the night. In heat race action, Larson was on the pole of heat race 6, which included series champion Jonathan Davenport, but Larson was again very good, leading every lap en route to a dominating heat race performance. Once rolling for the feature, it was Tim McCreadie on the pole with Jimmy Owens to his outside. Larson started 6th for the 30-lapper. McCreadie wound up leading green to checkered to grab his 5th series win of the season in absolutely convincing fashion. Behind him, Kyle Strickler finished an impressive 2nd. Larson at the start actually dropped back a little bit to 6th or 7th, but late in the going, he actually engaged in a really fun battle for 3rd with Jimmy Owens. Owens on the bottom, Larson banging the boards, the two back and forth for quite a few laps there. But coming to the checkered flag, Larson banged the wall hard out of turn 4, which allowed Owens to get by for 3rd and Chris Ferguson to get by for 4th. A slowing Kyle Larson finished 5th. I think it was a fantastic first night for Larson, and I'm sure he impressed many of the late model fans and drivers at Port Royal with his performance. With 2 more nights of racing, I think really anything is possible for Larson at this point, including a win. With the way he ran last night through hot laps and qualifying and in the heat races, and the things that he would have learned last night in the feature, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility to think that Kyle Larson could actually win one of these things this weekend. So we'll certainly keep an eye on that all weekend long. We'll be back Monday to talk about all of it. You can watch the racing all weekend long live on Lucas Oil Racing TV. And again, keep an eye on social media. There's going to be a lot of people talking about it and live tweeting things. So certainly a lot of good stuff out there on social media last night about all of it as well. The Pennsylvania swing for the All-Star Circuit of Champions kicked off last night at Grandview Speedway. Aaron Reutzel entered the night with an 84-point advantage over Corey Eliason in the standings, and it was Reutzel who went quick time over the 25 cars who took time in qualifying. For the feature, it was Reutzel on the pole with Freddie Raymer to his outside. On the start, the 87 of Reutzel was quickly to the lead, putting a big gap on the field. Reutzel was good out front, but by the midpoint of the race, Danny Dietrich was up to 2nd from his 4th starting spot and after Reutzel for the lead. With Reutzel mired in lap traffic, Dietrich was able to slip past him down the backstretch to lead lap 21. Over the next few laps, the two leaders couldn't find a way by the 07 of Gerard McIntyre, and Reutzel was able to sneak back by Dietrich to lead lap 24. Reutzel was able to keep Dietrich at bay as the race neared the finish, but entering turn 1 on the white flag lap, we had big fireworks. Dietrich drove in deep and got into the back of the 87, sending Reutzel spinning. That sent Reutzel all the way to the back, and on the ensuing restart, Dietrich drove away from Christopher Bell to take his 2nd All-Star win of the season. Bell finished 2nd, Freddie Raymer 3rd, James McFadden 4th, and Paul McMahon was 5th. After the contact, Reutzel ended up in the 20th position at the end of the feature. Dietrich's post-race comments made it sound like the contact was absolutely intentional, and there were boos from the fans as he exited his race car. It certainly seemed like a couple of those incidents between he and Freddie Raymer here that we've seen in Pennsylvania this year. So it's one thing to me to see somebody get spun and get upset, but then when you do the spinning, maybe we understand that things like that make people mad, and it's not the right way to do things. But not surprising out of Danny Dietrich, some of the things we've seen from him this season. A 16th place finish for Corey Eliason means the lead in the championship is now 76 for Reutzel heading into the weekend. As for weekend predictions, the DIRTRACKR.com analytics prediction formula likes Lance Deweese tonight at Williams Grove. In his last 3 All-Star starts at the Grove, Deweese has 2 seconds and a win. Freddie Raymer is favored Saturday night at Lincoln, and Danny Dietrich is again favored Sunday night at Bedford. You can find links to watch the All-Stars on Flow Racing all weekend long at DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. Last night was the first night of Sprint Car Smackdown at Kokomo Speedway for the USAC Nationals Sprint Cars. At the start of the night's feature, it was Reinbold Underwood teammates Logan Seavey and Buddy Kofoid on the front row together. It was a nice effort for Kofoid to get a front row start on his first ever night out without a wing. Tyler Courtney jumped up from his 3rd starting position to lead the early going, though. Behind him, Kyle Cummins was on the move early from 6th, and he was after Courtney for the lead only a handful of laps into the feature. Cummins was good on the bottom, and he took the lead from Courtney on lap 13. Cummins and Courtney stayed 1 and 2 for much of the remaining laps, but there was trouble for Courtney with 3 laps left. While trying to run down Cummins, he made contact with a lap car, flattening his left rear. The incident also collected Shane Cottle and others. On the restart, Cummins was back to the point, but coming to the checkered, Brady Bacon on the inside was hard on the gas, and it looked like we'd have a drag race back to the line for the win, which we did. But there was a very late caution thrown, which set up one more restart, and at the end, it was Cummins grabbing the win over Brady Bacon, Robert Ballou, Buddy Kofoid, and Thomas Meserol. Again, very solid debut for Kofoid, grabbing a top 5 finish after that front row start in his debut. Smackdown at Kokomo continues tonight and closes out on Saturday night. Justin Grant continues to lead the USAC National Sprint Car Series point standings over Chase Stockin and Brady Bacon. Watch the action all weekend long live on Flow Racing. The World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series is back in action Saturday and Sunday this weekend. Saturday, the series heads to US 36 Raceway in Missouri and Sunday to I-80 Speedway in Nebraska. It marks the first trips to both tracks for the series in 4 years. We talked earlier in the week about the tight points battle between the top 5, and Logan Schuchart enters the weekend as the leader by 8 points over Brad Sweet. Joey Saldana is actually the most recent winner at both tracks, and no current full-time Outlaw driver has won at either track, which I find absolutely incredible, especially given somebody like Donnie Schatz's resume. With only 18 race nights remaining on the 2020 schedule, these are going to be pressure-packed shows down to the wire. Looking at weekend predictions, the formula likes Logan Schuchart over Parker Price Miller at US 36 Raceway, and then it likes Logan Schuchart again Sunday at I-80 Speedway over Donnie Schatz. David Gravel enters the weekend as the hottest series driver with an average finish of 3.6 over the past 5 races. You can watch all weekend long live on Dirt Vision with your Fast Pass. We'll certainly be back on Monday to break it all down. A couple of news items before we close out for the weekend. After announcing the cancellation of the I-70 Motorsports Park event that was to take place September 11th and 12th, the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series moved quickly to find a replacement. The series will now head to Dodge City Raceway Park in Kansas for those 2 nights on the 11th and 12th. Limited general admission tickets for the event are available. The series' last race at Dodge City in 2019 with Donnie Schatz and Brad Sweet grabbing wins. For more information about the event, you can visit worldofoutlaws.com. The date to begin entering the 36th annual Tulsa Shootout has been pushed back. Originally slated to start on September 22nd, the date has been pushed back now to October 27th. Early entry will go through Wednesday, December 2nd, with the entry fee being $100. From there, the entry fee raises to $125. Pre-event registration ends on December 16th, with any additional teams needing to enter on check-in day, which is Monday, December 28th. For more information, visit tulsashootout.com. It was announced this week that with the halting of the season at Knoxville Raceway, the partnership between Destiny Motorsports and Terry McCarl has come to a close. The Rogers family behind Destiny Motorsports started sponsoring McCarl in 2015, with the partnership growing for 2019 and 2020. Moving forward, it sounds like McCarl will switch back to his usual number 24, and the team hopes to be at Houston Speedway next weekend with the World of Outlaws. Before we close, let's take a quick look at the streaming schedule for tonight. Dirt Vision has weekly action from Attica Raceway Park, which includes 410 sprint cars, 305s, and late models. Flow Racing has a number of shows besides USAC 24/7. They've got the Sprint Car Smackdown for the USAC Sprint Cars at Kokomo Speedway. They've got traditional sprint cars and more from Cedar Lake Speedway. They've got the All-Stars at Williams Grove, and they've got a full program from Marshalltown Speedway. You can watch tonight from Port Royal Speedway for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series live on Lucas Oil Racing TV. Racing Boys has the USAC Midwest Wingless Sprint Association from Lakeside Speedway, and Racing Dirt has USRA action from Mississippi Thunder Speedway. There are also a ton of shows available on Speed Sport, so plenty of shows to check out. You can find that full schedule at DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight with all of the links to watch. That'll be a good place to start this weekend if you're looking for a little dirt racing fix. That's it for the show for this week. Hope everybody has a good weekend. You can find Dirt Tracker Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/dirttracker, twitter.com/dirttracker, and the website itself, dirttracker.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler, and don't forget to sign up for the Dirt Tracker weekly newsletter. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back on Monday for more Dirt Tracker Daily.